Good morning, friends. How are we doing today, gentlemen? Gentle friends and gentlemen, how's it going? We are back with Mass Effect. And it's actually funny. I've been checking out Twitter, X, a little bit yesterday and today. And it turns out they have, like, the dead internet theory, right? It's the theory that nobody's actually really on the internet, or not many people, I should say, just a few. And most of the views you see and people commenting and liking and stuff is actually just bots, right? That's sort of the theory, right? It's funny because X implemented a feature that shows the location of the account, basically where it's coming from, the other night. It's been active. And X has been a complete shit show ever since. It's kind of funny, actually, to watch that. Especially, like, I'm not from the States, right? I'm from Germany. So as an outsider, to look into America, what the guys are doing there. Because basically, there's a lot of MAGA accounts, right? Or positive Trump accounts and whatnot. And apparently they're all from India. Basically just all Indians trying to make bank off of that. And people are furious about this. It's kind of crazy. All their favorite accounts, it's just some Indian dude trying to make money. And I'm not judging that. I don't care, right? But it's just funny to watch. How they actually are really after all these people now and banning them, unfollowing and blocking and what. It's so crazy to watch, man. It's funny. That's the thing about America, which I like a lot. Always liked. They have a knack to turn everything into entertainment somehow. I don't know how they do it, but everything is somehow entertaining. Or entertainment. It's crazy. But it's also very funny. I must say that. It's very funny. But yeah. I mean, I can also understand it, honestly. If we're being honest here, because a lot of these accounts, basically on X, it has a lot of influence on people, right, in their decisions these days. And while I have my opinions on American politics, because usually America is sort of the leader for the Western world, everything that you guys do over there sort of trickles into Europe a few years later. And basically we're just still following the lead of America, which I think is totally fine, right? At all. It's totally fine. But I don't judge Americans for what they do, because I remember when Trump won this time, a bunch of my colleagues at my 9 to 5 but really, they literally said, how can Americans be so stupid to vote Trump again? And I was like, I don't live there. I can't judge what these people are going through and what they choose as their leader, or who they choose as their leader. How could I judge that, right? I mean, it's a completely different world for me to live in over here than it is over there. On many occasions. Like, Americans have completely different work laws as we do, for example. So how would I judge that? And even then, I was thinking, you know, America has like, what, 350 million people, like the states living there, right? And Trump won with like 70% popular vote or what it was. So you're saying you believe that 250 million people are just stupid? That's quite a bold statement, I think. I would not make that statement. just not. So it's kind of crazy. But I find it to be very entertaining always to look into American politics. I find it to be very entertaining. But not just entertaining, it's also important, because as I said, you sort of lead the way for the rest of the world. And I think it's also fitting with Mass Effect, because there's a lot of political topics in this game as well. Also, this game is actually very relevant today, which I find to be interesting. Like, last stream we were talking to Ashley about the racial stuff, right? And I had a lot to say about this, obviously. But I think it's very, very relevant right now. And that's good. Even 20 years later. But we had the same thing happen with Metal Gear, right? Metal Gear Solid 2. But yeah. So we also wanted to talk to the other guy.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
See? We get right into the topics again. Is this a problem?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing.
Oh.
I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Yeah, that was actually was not expecting this. I thought he was also somewhat racist towards another race on the ship. And again, I understand it shouldn't be that way, but it is that way, right? It shouldn't be that you have to hide your technological advancements from other species. That should not be the case. But considering that it is an advancement and you have to defend yourself potentially, I understand. It's the same with nuclear weapons, by the way, the real world, right? It shouldn't be that way that a sovereign state sort of has to have nuclear weapons to even be on the global playing field. Because nobody should have nuclear weapons at all, because they are just very bad and they potentially kill all of us. But I also understand the states that want to have it, because otherwise they're not taken seriously on the global stage, and to defend themselves, because then there's always the threat of nuclear weapon retaliation. I get it, right? I totally understand it, but it just shouldn't be that way. And I mean, Trump said he wants to nuclearly demilitarize. That was not a correct sentence, but I don't know. You know what I mean? If he can pull that off, I'm gonna be very impressed, honestly. I mean, he already brought peace to the Middle East, right? Which is great. Mostly, anyway. If he can pull that off, that would be sick. That'd be really sick.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Alright.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Huh.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Oh, damn. It's crazy that we were given this absolutely insane ship, just like that. Right?
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Carry on, buddy. Now we still need to talk to the other guy. I want to know his backstory. We talk to these two and him. So I guess it's up. Yes. By the way, also, guys, very important, guys, listen to me, right? For a second here. Very important. Get your body moving. Seriously, I was... Back in the days, I always was a gym nut, right? Always. Not always, but I knew the great effects of actually moving your body, especially since I sit in front of the PC all day. And then when COVID hit, I went with home workouts and all that, and it sort of trickled down into nothingness, right? But the other day, finally, I actually went to gym again. Got myself a... Also because I have the money now, right? Because I was living paycheck to paycheck in my marriage. And that's just fucked me up on all levels. So now we have the money again. And I was in the gym for the first time in years the other day. I miss this feeling of just moving something heavy with just your body. You gotta do it, friends. I know initially it's gonna suck, right? Of course. But it's also an important lesson in there. I was in Andrew Tate's war room, right? And I was a big mistake mostly. Because he's an asshole and the most insecure man in the world. But of course, he got famous because he used some tropes other people said before him correctly. So it's just a very clever way of doing it. He's very clever at that. But he said once, I think, if you want to be successful, you have to embrace the suck. And that sort of is the mantra that stayed with me. Embrace the suck. Because initially everything fucking sucks. And you suck as well. If you do anything, initially, you're very bad. I mean, John Peterson also said this, but in different terms. You have to be the fool before you can be the saint, right? That's what he said. And everything you start out with, you're always gonna be a fool. Because you know nothing. And it's gonna suck. And then, you have to put in the time, you have to power through the suck, and eventually you will become the master. It's true with anything, really. And it's the same with the gym. Initially, it's going to be painful, it's going to hurt, you're not going to see any progress. Even though it's much more progress initially than it is later, but different topic. But it's so worth it. It is so worth it. And then, yesterday, I actually got myself a traditional Thai massage. Not the happy ending one. Okay. Just a regular massage. And just $50 for 1 hour. And that was just amazing. I could really feel after it the energy flowing through my body. So we neglect our bodies a lot, right? And I said before that it's just a flesh vehicle you drive with your soul. But it's still very important because this is the only thing you have that drives you on this planet. That is the vessel for your consciousness. So make sure you take care of it. Eat properly, work out, or at least get it moving a lot. You can also just go for walks or whatnot, or like jogging, for example. You don't have to do gym, but the benefit of the gym also is that you do resistance training, right? And that sharpens your mind as well. And you're gonna look better after it, so it's a win-win for everyone. And yeah, massages, for example, are also... Yeah, no, that's what I mean. So yeah, you gotta do this, man. It's very, very useful. Makes you better in literally all areas. And I'm not even talking about women at all. Who cares, right? What they think of you. But for yourself, it's so very important. I know I'm currently like your dad talking down you. Get moving, you don't sit in front of the PC all day. Yeah, but he's right. You know, dad's right. Alright, Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
That's another way to phrase it.
There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful.
Sounds good.
I'm not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals.
I see.
It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
I see. So they... It's basically saying they intentionally poisoned them with that... what's it called? Zero something. I forgot the name. So they get these biotic telekinetic abilities out of it because you have to be exposed to it in the womb, apparently. Although there are side effects of potential brain tumors and cancers. I could totally see a big corporation doing this. 100%. 100% that would happen. Pfizer would do it. 100%. I mean, it's not even a question. Right? So, yeah. Very accurate, I think. That would totally happen.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
You see, I have a rough past with my marriage and growing up. Like, it's not... people have it way worse than I did, but... Squaring it away, pushing it down, I don't think that's very healthy. You have to integrate it and accept it as a part of you. Which means you can openly talk about it to anyone. Which I can. I can totally tell everyone what happened in my marriage and as a child. That's not a problem. Because I have accepted this is who I am. Right?
Anything you need, Commander?
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Commander, I think we got everything, huh? You talked to everyone? We can proceed. All of our crew members we have so far anyway, I think. Oh yes, Liara, right. Hold up. We can talk to her still.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I think I talked... Why are we fully in the dark here?
I should go.
Yeah,
Goodbye, Commander.
we talked about this at length.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren.
Well, prove it.
I promise.
If I learned one thing from playing All Graders a lot recently, I'm like 40 hours or something in the game. 35. I played off stream mostly because it doesn't really fit the stream. If I learned one thing from that game, then that trusting strangers is a big ask. I do it initially, always, right? Like I always say, don't shoot, and I trust them to not shoot me. But yesterday, right, it happened again. There was a guy who came up, don't shoot, and I said, don't shoot, and it was fine. And then I walked past him, we're looking for some arc to kill, and he shot me straight in the back. And took all my good loot. I had some good loot with me. I have lost many a good gear by being a good person, but it's totally worth it. I also did something else that I still regret to an extent. There was a guy who, he didn't say don't shoot, so that's fine, right? There was no betrayal. He was just like, that's fine, right? If you don't say don't shoot or like a friendly or whatnot and you shoot right away, that's fine, right? That's part of the game. It's PvP, right? It's fine. So he attacked me. But these people, they usually suck at the game. That's what I noticed. I killed him instantly after he attacked me. And this is funny, because he got the first shot and I still killed him. Usually these guys just suck at the game. But that's what it is. And then I said, alright, don't shoot. And I rest him again afterwards. Because I thought, give you a second chance, right? Be nice. So basically, he attacked me first. I killed him because I was better. Then I rest him. And just walked away. He didn't attack me, because he was healing up. I just walked away. But then I heard inside he killed someone else. Because there was shooting going on, right? And the guy said don't shoot and whatnot. And I noticed me reviving that monstrous guy, so to speak, actually killed another raider, and then I felt very sad about my decision. And I'm still wondering if it was the correct decision. I like to think it was because I want to be a good person. But maybe it would have been more merciful for everyone else who is already a good person to kill the monster and have him dead. Right? Then again, he didn't technically do a sort of crime. Right? But if you emote don't shoot and they shoot you anyway, that's a bit debatable. But yeah, I mean, you can't blame him. But that's sort of what that's the funny thing about this game, about Arc Raiders, right? It makes you think a lot about these. And I like this because there's so much social interaction with just random strangers in this game. I don't know how they managed to build this environment where really it showcases people's characters so directly just by playing the game. It's actually kind of crazy. I must say though, and that's the very positive thing I have noticed there. The overwhelming majority of people are actually good people. In the game especially. There's only ever 1 or 2 guys every like 20 games or something I play that shoot you in the back after you said don't shoot. Right? Only 1 or 2. And I think this is I actually think that this is true in real life as well. I would say the overwhelming majority of people in the real world are actually good people. They just want to live their life. They just want to live with their family, want to do their hobbies, just want to have fun in their life and do their things. Not everyone is out to kill everyone else or is greedy even to get the best things for them. And especially if you have sort of a base level of existence set. So let's say you don't live paycheck to paycheck and you have to, I don't know, flinch pennies every week. Let's say you have a constant of, I don't know, $2,000 sitting, or like $3,000 sitting on your bank account, so you don't really have to worry about having food next week. If you are at that level, I would say most people are just content with where they are, and they actually are good people, and they're just enjoying life as it is. Trying to make the best of it. And they're not greedy, they're not trying to fuck you over, right? With some sort of scam or whatnot. I think this is where 95% of people actually are. My personal guesstimate. There are, of course, the other 5%, which are straight a-holes, sociopaths, psychopaths, which are trying to maliciously exploit you. Let's put it that way. And I even think this is true because, you know, I was cheated on, right? In my marriage, this is why I divorced her. And I noticed at that time, because I was looking up the statistics, 30% of people actually cheat, like in relationships. And that number was very high for me. I thought, what the hell? How is it so many people? And then I thought a little bit about it, and I think most of them, I would say, don't do it with malicious intent. Don't do it to intentionally fuck you over. There are people that do this. What actually happened there mostly is they were probably just not enjoying their life at all as it is with money, relationship, kids, job, parents, whatnot. There's a lot of things going wrong in their life. And they had this one opportunity that came along, and then they took it. You still shouldn't do it. Absolutely not. And there is no... I'm not trying to justify it at all. There's no justification for cheating, and you deserve everything that's coming your way if you do it, alright? Totally. But I also understand how it can happen, right? So I understand this, also from the perspective of my ex-wife, for example, but I still kicked her out. So the consequences of your actions are still happening. That's how life works. Or should work. Not how it does in our society, but that's how it should work. People are really missing out on the consequences of their actions. And this is bad because this is a great learning experience. Anyway. And I got sidetracked a lot here. But this sort of explains to me the high number in there. So if the majority of people would live on... Like if the economy wouldn't be complete as it is, and most people would, like, for example, live in the 50s, where the man alone could easily buy a house and car and provide for the woman to stay at home and raise the kids. I think if that were the case, I think the cheating numbers would be way lower. Personally, I truly believe that, because then people didn't really have an incentive, because most of their life would just be fine. Right? Of course, there's many reasons why people do this, but I think this is sort of the main thing. You're trying to sort of get some sort of good feeling out of your otherwise mostly shitty life, which is, by the way, also true. Most people don't have a shitty life, that's the other thing, but they think they have because there is so many people on social media that look so much better in their life, and that's the problem. Social media is also a big problem why people are that way that they are, I think. Because it shows you, not only does it show you these other people that apparently live so much better, which is all fake, by the way, right? It's all fake. Especially if you, for example, talk about... Stream dropped for a second. We're back. All good. Especially if you talk about, for example, these Dubai girls that go to Dubai in some sort of hotel to make pictures for their Instagram account, but as a trade-off they have to be shit on by some dudes. I mean, it's just lost, but that's what it is. And the other thing is that social media, especially X, for example, any sort of written social media, also YouTube, definite statements work well with the algorithm. Or like triggering statements, right? In your titles, in your thumbnails. And I've tested this myself with YouTube. If I make a controversial statement, that works much better than just saying, I do this right now, I play this game. I hate it, but I know it works better. But that's sort of the problem, because that makes you focus on these definite statements, which just aren't true in most cases, just some guy's opinion. And you make this then your gospel, and this is then what you truly believe is real, when it isn't. Yeah, it's a big problem with social media, by the way. A very big problem. What it does to people. Anyway. We got way off topic here. So, our Liara is helping to stop Saren. Good, I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
I wonder where he gets his trust from, though.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
It does.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me.
Oh.
Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Why
You
is
don't
that?
like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite
Well, it does
Benezia.
sound like that, yeah, but it probably isn't the reason.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing
Fair
up.
point.
Aha. You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating.
Oh.
You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to
Oh,
offend
come on, it
you,
was a
Shepard.
joke.
I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know
Why are
why
you
I
so
prefer to
neurotic,
spend
though?
my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around
Oh, I
other
see.
people.
That makes sense.
Please, just
makes
pretend this conversation never happened.
It does make sense why she wants to stay alone. She's just socially inept. Which is fine. It's also quite cute, actually.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful
Yeah, I like that.
cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with
Huh.
rumors and
Why is that?
misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Any species? Okay, so they are literally not racist whatsoever. Yeah, how is that possible? That's disgusting. You can't be a real asshole down here. Because, you know, let's actually talk about this for a second. Because I'm actually anti-trans laws as they are these days, right? I'm not transphobic because the phobia would mean that I'm afraid of these people. I'm not. I'm just saying that humans are male and female. That's what it is. That's our biology, right? I do know that the soul is genderless, right? So this what is sitting up here does not have a gender, but you were incarnated this time as the gender as you are for a reason. You might not like it, but this is what you have to learn to deal with in this life. It's just a lesson, right? But it doesn't mean I hate everyone that does this. Like gay people and trans people, I think they existed for a pretty long time already. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a damn, right? They did their thing, I do my thing. Fine. The problem is when they try to change my speech, how I have to address them, or how when they try to mutilate kids, or try to go into women's bathrooms rooms and whatnot. That's not flying. Okay, very simple. That's the only problem. And this is actually the position of most people. 99% of people think that way. Even though these people don't want to accept that. But that's how most people think. Now, see, for example, it's the same thing that I would say, yeah, well, I would like to be taller as a man, of course. But I was incarnated in this body, in this life, to not be that tall. And not be that super successful yet, I should say. And there is things you have to learn with that. And deal with that, okay? That's just part of your experience this time in life on Earth. That's just what it is. And if you want to explore the gender swap, so do it, man. But leave me alone with that shit, alright? That's just what it is. I don't understand why people always have this need to control other people. And what they do. And how they even speak. I don't understand where this is always coming from. Although I personally think that all of this is really artificially manufactured in general. I think most people that are trans or gay or whatnot, they don't want to have any of the shit that is pushed by the Democrats. I don't think they want that at all. Oops. I think they just want to do their thing, live their life. Then you have a lot of these accounts, which I think are actually manufactured, or they're just it's just brain rotted due to the propaganda that has happened for so many years. But most people that were like this, they didn't really care about any of this. They're like the Asari. They just want to do their thing, right? Which is part of who they are. And they don't want to be involved with any sort of political issues. I think, anyway. So it's a good question, though, because they are neither male or female. But they need even another species to reproduce. So how does that even work?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental.
I see.
Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Oh, so they're all female. So, because I was wondering, but how do you then produce another physical child, right? But since they're all female, they then will basically just deliver that being. It's interesting, though, to say that they... By the way, first of all, this is correct. Also, for reality, outside of Earth, other species, of course, exist in the universe. And many of them are genderless, actually. And they just decide through their mental power that they're now going to have some sort of offspring. So it's not always a physical interaction necessary, like it is on Earth. Even though the physical interaction necessary on Earth is also very nice. That's a plus. But it's not necessary outside of Earth that much. Some still do it, but not all of them. So it's great that this game is tackling this, because it's very correct also in the real world.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards.
No.
Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
But then that means there's a lot of single moms. I find it interesting that this is their way of interacting with other races and learning their intricacies. But it's also somewhat reckless. Because, for example, what if she were to mate with a human? And then that somewhat like human Asari daughter doesn't grow up with a father, which we know in human terms is very bad.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Huh.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species,
True.
we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Oh, it's like
Asari
incest.
daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face,
No.
it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
The characters in this game are so interesting, man. They have such a great backstory. I'm just not used to this with modern games. Except for Clear Obscure, that was pretty much the only one in recent times, I would say, that had that deep of character lore. That's insane. So yeah, basically, they can mate with just each other, but it's basically like incest, right? Except they don't have any sort of deformations or genital problems you would gain from incest. Because we know, incestuous children have a very high, like it's even over 100% chance of being retarded, right? Mentally retarded. We know that. It's actually scientifically proven. So I guess that's not the case here, but the idea is obviously you want to, much like humans, you want to mate with other humans, right? That is not part of your family. It's not exactly the same, but sort of extrapolated, it makes sense. Although I must say humans still mostly do not mate interracially. Like, no. I made a mistake. So now it's going to be too loud. That's fine. I mean, mating, yes. I mean, long-term procreation, right? It does happen, but it's still very rare. Most humans still stick with their own culture, if you want. And I also understand this. It makes sense because you know it yourself. If you're with a girl and she's from your very own culture, it's much easier to deal with the parents and the confines of with that person. You know roughly what she's about, what she wants, what's interesting to her. And so with other cultures, it's not that easy. Could be also be interesting for some if you're into that kind of thing, but it's definitely not easier. And since life is tough enough, often, I guess people choose the easy way in that. No, I'm totally into Asian girls, by the way. And I'm from Germany, right? Japan specifically. It's totally... I like Japanese girls. They're hard to me. So maybe I would be one of the... I mean, I have a son, right? So I have mated with a traditional German girl and procreated. But after the 12 years of marriage, I actually realized that I'm more into the Asian girls. I didn't know before. Sometimes you learn through these kind of things.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
Well, you could ask your mother.
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose to...
Wait, didn't I just do this?
She rarely spoke of her partner.
Yeah, mistakes.
Though I know my father, if you want
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common. Not for Asari daughters inherit... It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too...
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't.
Yeah, we've been through this. Yeah.
Many Asari raise their
Investigate.
children alone, particularly if the father species is
Benezia.
short-lived.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Admittedly, when we saw that short clip of Benezia with Saren, she didn't really seem too fond of what he was doing. Each race in this game has a solid background and unique... Oh wait, why is my chat overlapping my OBS? One second. A culture which makes this game so fascinating. Doesn't feel artificial at all. Yeah, it's actually crazy. It's very... Wait. Very crazy. How deep everyone goes in here. Let's just check one sec. Why? YouTube, please. What are we doing here? Oh, I see. The problem is. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this later. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I keep being impressed by this game. How deep it actually goes on all these topics. They really took their time to think about each race. And what they could do, what they could be about, what it could mean. And it always has some sort of relation to the real world, which I found to be very cool. I think we got everything, huh? Yeah, okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Goodbye, Liara. So we talked to everyone. Let's proceed then. No, mistakes were made. I didn't want to go there. Fuck. I wanted to go onto the bridge. Da-ding. I do have to open some doors manually and others not. That's kind of
good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm.
Come on! What's the comm room again? Terminal.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Is that not a main mission? Because we still have Novaria, right? And Vilma to find the clues that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. Okay, so that's... I guess they all play a role. We go to Novaria though, first. You know? Although there's so many other planets, still. Been on all these. Been to Sparta. Been to Athens. Actually, we've been to all of these, right? Artemistal. The Wilma is at the edge of the world there. Exodus cluster. That's a local cluster. Isn't this roughly where Earth is? I mean, I don't know what direction the galaxy is facing, but I thought it was at the bottom of the Milky Way, somewhere below. Utopia, that sounds good. Let's check what this asteroid thingy is here. What is that all about? Border. The ever-present need for helium-free fusion torch fuel. I wonder if it actually becomes important in the future. Helium-3. Terra Nova. Oh, one of the Class 1 colonization prospects discovered by the first wave of Alliance service in 2150. Isn't there also a game that's called Earth 2150? I think it was an RTS game, I believe. It was the second human extrasolar colony and the first beyond the Charon mass relay. Only has the highest population of any Alliance colony. Why cannot land there then? Abandoned by a harsh equatorial desert, areas close to the poles are temperate. The pace of development was modest until extensive deposits of platinum were discovered in 2170s. This rare metal, required in the clean-burning hydrogen fuel cells that power private vehicles, dragged the platinum rush, like the gold rush, of immigrants and investments from throughout Alliance space. In the past 12 years, Terra Nova has seen a 30% rise in population, and growth does not appear to be slowing. 4.4 million. I mean, does New York have more people than that? I mean, there are cities that are bigger than that. But then again, 4 million people, it's not bad, obviously. Dude. Quite similar to Earth, however, it lies over 4 AU from Asgard. Asgard is an actual world here and possesses an atmosphere primarily composed of nitrogen and ethane. Nearly 100 corporations, human and alien, have constructed extensive tele-operated mining, refining, and manufacturing facilities across the face of Tyr. Combined with the platinum iodes of Terra Nova, the resources they produce are driving development of the local hydrogen fuel cell. Okay, so this is basically 47,000. Pretty cold though, minus 73. This is basically a fuel cell mining operation solar system. Loki! Penetrating scans of Loki's ice cap reveal a network of crisscrossing subterranean tunnels. Because some of the tunnels were surprisingly irregular in shape and size, early expeditions looked for evidence of excavation. It was concluded they formed by natural processes. Okay. Damn, it's even colder. Alright. I mean, it's pretty out from the stars. So let's see what's on Asteroid X57. A metallic asteroid originally located at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Bohr. To increase development on Terra Nova, a new orbital port facility was necessary. Due to a shortage of funding, it was decided to mine out X57, using the recovered resources to finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was decelerated from Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into the orbit of Terra Nova. Recently, communications with the engineering team on X57 have been lost. The fusion torches have reignited and the asteroid is accelerating towards... Oh! They're using it as a weapon? Let's see. Oh, we can use Tiara. Oh. Well, man, I don't know. What's examine do? Oh, okay. Liara, sorry, I know why I said Tiara. So it's a perfect gender split, huh? Let's take her with us. Why not? Let's see what she can do. And then... Garus. Yeah, let's see. Might be a bad composition, but we'll see.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
That ship looks so cool, by the way.
Hello. I heard your transmission. Can you hear me? They haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
I'll try my best. I guess these are all the torches. Let's see. What's this? There's mission tower. That looks so cool, by the way. I'm a total sucker for this kind of stuff, by the way. Right? I hope Mass Effect 2 and 3 also add a little bit more to the graphics. I mean, this is already pretty good. But you know, driving on this asteroid in my car or in my Mako while looking at this Earth kind of planet. This is just entirely my style. I love this stuff. Obviously, the graphics back then didn't really or couldn't really do it justice. Imagine this game coming out with modern graphics.
Right direction. I don't know who you are, but I'm damn. Go.
What are these things? Heavy turrets, I see. Can't even see him shooting. Oh. Pretty heavily defended these things. Missed me, bitch. Oh, we killed it. Good. Was close. I have to go in there to destroy it, huh? That's a massive booster. One sec. Okay, I don't know why chat didn't work earlier, but there we are. It work now. Oh yeah, we also actually got a level everyone up, right? With Spectre maxed out, that's good. Actually, pretty much all maxed out, huh? Assault training, probably useful. Fitness. Weapon damage, hell yeah. Max out the weapon damage. Liara, 49 points. Alright. What's throw? Mass effect field pump. Okay. Sorry, scientists. Maximize biotic abilities. What are biotics again? I don't know. Barrier? Warp. Powerful Mass Effect field that wreaks havoc on subatomic level. Yeah, I think we're gonna go all in on this kind of stuff. That looks cool. Sounds cool, right? Makes them vulnerable to... Ah. That's pretty good. Area? Guess that's just a shield. And she's support, eh? Makes sense. What stasis? Mass Effect field that immobilizes a single target. Strength for your shields. Sphere of powerful contra-gravity. Any object or creature caught in the area of effect will be lifted into the air. Something like this. Singularity. No idea what that is. There's a typo. A sphere of dark energy creates an intense Mass Effect field. Oh, like this. This is some cool shit she got. Oh yeah, like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Garrus, what you got? How do you only have 2 points? What happened here? Yeah, he's our chief with assault rifles. There we go. Oh, it's these guys. Right.
Batarians.
Check! Check!
Check.
Release the Baron!
The what? Oh, release the Kraken. What's that? Actually, one sec. Sabotage and you do singularity. Oh! I see what happened. feel like the sounds are very loud from shooting, aren't they? Come on, get him. Good, buddy. You can.
All clear.
Oh yeah, I need to give a better. I forgot about this. Equipment. Liara, you got nothing, right? Oh, I have no good armor for her. Feels bad. Ooh, we got nothing. We got nothing. Oh, the tsunami is much better, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, she's not really into shooting things. I need these things here for her. And better armor. I mean, I have a lot of money. Shield bypass. Sounds good. Combat scanner. Let's go with this. Yeah, the hammer free. Pretty good. Pretty good. Any more assholes here? Doesn't seem like it. Holy, that's a difficult one. Actually, it isn't. No, I need armor. Friends, armor. It is.
I'm reading that the torch is offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
Who are you? What's going on?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die.
If I find out anything,
I've gotta go. Good luck.
Wait, I need to read up on this again. The Batarians, Codex. Non-council races. Wait, are they a council race? Am I tripping? Well, where does it say? Yeah, it's obviously not extinct races. Where was all the info on the Batarians? I know I read about this before. Can I like search for it?
After the
Oh, there we go. Why is this in
early
primary?
2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
Yeah, I said it last time. They're basically still bitching because they didn't get their planet from the Council. But, I mean, I said before also, I do understand it to an extent because they were building this up already and then the Council was just like, nah, bro. Nah. Which is kind of course, kind of a dick move. But, yeah. extremists. So I guess many of them are still just mad. Very mad. Match. Especially at humans, because the Alliance did this, right? Oh wait, there was also another thing that was interesting here in Bring Out the Sky. Human cultures remain linguistically divided. Some converse in Spanish, others in Mandarin, Arabic, Swahili, etc. No English? Every alien race has their own equally broad panoply of languages and dialects. Most individuals know only their mother tongue and rely on machine translation. Modern portable computers allow anyone with a few hundred credits of equipment to enjoy seamless real-time translation of alien languages. So it's AI, huh? Why did the stream crash again? What's going on today? Eh? What's going on? Okay. So consider broad-minded and practical to be able to speak without machine aid. Children often take courses in alien language, and most races can speak the simplified artificial trade tongue with little difficulty. Some species must rely on machine translation to interact with the rest of the galaxy. Hana, for example, can reproduce the spoken language of any humanoid species. Other races cannot reproduce Hana bioluminescence without mechanical aid. Newly discovered or obscure races don't have machine translation available until their linguistics have had time to study them. Yeah, I assume that would be very interesting, difficult actually, in a world with all these aliens and species and all these different languages. I can see that being difficult. Grenade, nice. I like that. Katana too. What is that? So many shotguns. The hell? She can't wear any of that armor, huh? Feels bad. Well, these are much better. Take this one then. Oh, katana has a shotgun. Oh yeah, that's good. Thunder 5, it's even better. I might take this myself though. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, that's for me. Also looks very cool, what the hell? You can have the other one. This one. Here's the Lancer 1. Okay. That's fine. That screen shake while running is still... Why did they do this? Why did I do this? Oh, hello. What's going on here?
Hey.
Oh god. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
Alright.
Takes more than that one shot to bring me down.
Sorry. I didn't even realize you were human until... Well... Guess I'm not much of a soldier.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard, with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family. They live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs. It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions.
Damn.
The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony, the planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
This doesn't make any sense. Batarians run criminal gangs. Unethical, but profitable. They don't destroy worlds. What does this gain them?
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals.
Yeah.
Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground.
Yeah.
But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops.
Oh, well, no shit.
I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
Imagine the concept like, yeah, you can drop asteroids on worlds. I don't give a fuck.
Most Batarians aren't genocidal madmen, but these ones are terrorists.
Yeah, I know. It's just... this isn't how I expected the world to be when I rolled out of bed this morning.
Any idea who's behind this? Who's leading them? That might provide a clue.
I heard a couple of them talking. They mentioned a Balak. It sounded like he's the one in charge. They didn't seem convinced this was a good idea, but they were scared of the guy. Scared enough to do what he wanted.
I see.
You were on the ground when this happened. How many Batarians have you seen? And where?
They landed at the main facility. It's locked down now. They've changed the passcodes. No idea what's going on inside. I did see groups head out to each of the torch stations. Couldn't say how many, though. Enough to give you a fight.
All right.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
All right.
Time's running short.
One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find them?
They were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
I'll look for them, but the torches have to be my priority.
Yeah, you're right. Saving Terra Nova is more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers.
Katie.
She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
All right.
You'd better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you...
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
Thank you. Well, thank you. What's this transmission tower? Let's check this out, I guess. It's on top of this huge mountain, eh? How do we get up? It seems like it's tough to get up there. Let's go for the other torches first then, huh? Wait, is it not? No, I am going to do it.
You hear me? All kinds of interference. Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. See if I can fix it. Meantime, just keep doing...
Yeah. Got him. Bitch. Oh, I see. Yeah. I destroyed it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Want me to walk through this, huh? The what? Who's shooting? I don't see no man. Oh, there we go. If I don't hit him right in his face? There you go. I have no cover here. This is very bad. Right in the balls. Wait, how are you blocked? Are you dead? No. Oh, she's dead. Well, bring her back then. Ah, that was it, huh?
Clear.
Clear. Good. Slow. Blasting caps. All right. What the hell? I keep hitting X to switch the camera from ALLCAPS, but this is not ALLCAPS. Oh my gun is sabotaged, I see. Wait. I don't see nobody. That worked. Well, Singh has shot assault rifle, but it does a lot of damage. Pretty good. I can't shoot through this. Feels bad. Oh, that's my guy. No mind. What the? It's this guy up here, right? Get over here, bitch. What the? Well, I can't destroy them, apparently. What the? Does my aim suck that much, or can I just not kill him? Can't do anything with the swing. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Nice, you guys got this. Finally. Hell.
Negative contact.
Oh boy. Mistakes were made.
Are you there? You've got to hurry. You really pissed them off.
Of course, that's the plan.
Their leader's setting charges everywhere. I think he's going to blow this whole facility.
Get away from there!
Don't shoot, please! No!
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Who's shutting down the torches? I won't ask you again.
Yeah, but
find this problem and deal with it.
What's the right choice of first though?
Get her out of here.
It's better to keep millions of people alive. Bad for the one guy, but what can you do, right? What can you do? How can I get up to this transmission tower? I guess there is a ramp. What the hell is this? Oh, I guess the... Asteroid is breaking apart. Is that what's happening? By the way, is my stream still live? Yeah. Alright. I don't know what happened earlier, but it's fine. Isn't there... Maybe I'm not supposed to go to this tower yet. Wait, what is this? Main facility. Oh. Oh, we check this out later. I guess. Let's do the torches. This looks very fancy, by the way. Well, like, it's the last torch, isn't it? Missed me. Come on, shoot! Oh, like, get out of there. There we go. That worked. Wait, there's another. Oh. That's a lot of XP for destroying this thing. And there's one behind that as well. Let's see. There you go. Right. Let's see what the Batarians actually want. Why would they destroy? I mean. Release the Kraken! That assault rifle is really good. It's just one shots on the Varen, two on the guys, and they're dead. Come on, do it.
Get down.
Bitch. Okay, sorry. If you can hit him, that is. Shooting a rocket launcher indoors. Big mistake, my friend. All clear. Is it though? Is it? Well, it looks like it for now. Okay, nobody here. Interesting. Naginata. Whatever that is. Let's try this side, I guess. Okay. No comms or anything? I guess we gotta go to the main facility and rescue the lady. Right?
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
Good point.
Don't come any closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I doubt that, but okay.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea.
Well...
I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
You know, this is sort of the excuse these kind of people often bring, right? You see, I just did this for money. I don't care about the politics and whatnot. And like, you are an active part of that. Second you signed on, right?
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are gonna die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Same thing again. Yes, you have to follow orders from your supervisors and whatnot, unless the orders would kill millions of people, I guess, right? And you can decide not to.
Well, it's not too late. You can still leave.
I don't think so. Balak would skin me alive and sell my hide out of spite. Crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad feeling about this from the moment we landed. Now Balak wants her dead. And what Balak wants, Balak gets. I can't change that.
You can actually use the Paragon. Lovely.
Do you always want to be second in command? Get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Then you can start giving the orders.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises. For both our sakes.
Balak will get what's coming to him. And so will you if I ever catch you in human territory again. Are we clear?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility. You'll need this to get in. Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
Nice. I like the diplomacy. It worked. Unlike the stream, which just keeps crashing. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh well. I don't know why he was so crazy about human territory again, though. Because, like, if they behave, they can just be here, right? Why not? To stop, gotta destroy entire planets. Doesn't help. Yeah, no. Doesn't exactly have your reputation. Okay, I can't get over this guy. Never mind. Well, that's a lot of towers. Turrets, rather. Well, we have a good tank with us. Open up! Open up the door, it's real! Come on, bitch. There you go. This tower can move, that's fine. Think I kill? Get shit on. I mean, this gun is kind of insane on our tank. But it's so small. So small. Oh yeah, we should save actually at this point. Let me just briefly check something here. Yeah, I don't know why the stream keeps crashing. It's crazy, but that's what it is, I guess. The bitrate is fine, so I don't know. I know. Only on Twitch, though. Which is also weird. Whatever. Can't change it. That's what it is. There's blood on. Oh, this is where he got shot, isn't it? There's what? There's a tree in here? What the hell? Nice shot, lady. Well done. Can you bring up all shields? I can do it actually. Wait, it only works on me? The shields back up, buddy. Damn, this thing's tanky. Goodbye. Wait, who's shooting me from the left? What the? Okay, guys, we need to make do this. Why is this all down? Why are you shooting with this shitty pistol? What else? Wait, didn't I have an assassination thingy? I guess not. Alright, lady. Okay, I'm really in a bad spot here. We are in a very bad spot, friends. Let's do the singularity. Haha, I can't shoot this bad. What? Oh, my weapon has been sabotaged. Well, I literally can't. There you go. Oh, this. Get in here, lady. Man, these drones are tanky. What the hell? I think we did it. This was... Damn, he disintegrated. What I still don't understand, this is underground, right? Why did I put glasses here? So you can see the rocks. I mean, I guess it's better than just a dead ceiling, but I guess it gives a feeling of space. Like spatial. Maybe it's that.
Die, human.
Wrong gun. Who said that? Alright.
You humans.
There he is.
You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
Let the hostages go, and maybe you'll live long enough to explain yourself to the council.
I don't answer to the council. Or to you. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
Oh, I see.
I can't just let you go, Balak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the Batarians.
That's so.
We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Why take it out on these people? They didn't do anything to you or the Batarians.
Didn't do anything. Aside from colonizing a world that could have been ours. Aside from using resources that should have been ours. We were left to defend ourselves. But the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
That may be true, right? That may be the case. Although, from what I've read in the codex, it's not exactly correct, because it's not the humans that did this. It's the council that took away their right to colonize that planet. And then the humans took it. Which might be questionable, but it was the council, not the humans. And even then, putting yourself in the victim position forever doesn't do anything. I talked about this last time, right? It's the same with races on our planet, right? Whatever race you are, putting yourself in the victim position because other races are strong or whatnot, that doesn't do anything. Changes nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? You gotta get your shit together, do your own thing. And I don't know, move somewhere else or whatnot, or do your thing as you like, but just blaming other people, because if you keep blaming other people, you give them power over your life. If someone else can only change how you experience your life and what things you have, then that person has power over you. But you are giving this power away voluntarily. Big mistakes. The same guys do in marriages, by the way. When they say, like, I've been there, right? When they say, oh, my wife never wants to have sex with me, for example, or just starfishing and whatnot. Okay, maybe. But then you have a choice. You talk about it, and you should, and make it work out. And if she comes around, great. If she doesn't, then you walk away. That's the choice you have. But putting yourself in the victim position, saying, all women are like this, and my wife just doesn't do what I need. You can't do this extensively for years, but it doesn't change anything. The only thing you can change is how you react to the situation. Yeah, it would, for example, mean you just walk the fuck away. You know? Also, that doesn't make it right.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
We had no other options. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention before they'll listen.
Okay, we're listening. Now what?
Is that what Elysium was? A way to get our attention? Well, you got it. And when we responded, you ran like cowards. Now you want to start it all over again.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand. And I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
Oh, shit. We have to make a choice here. Okay, I'm gonna just out loud explain my thought process, alright? So obviously he has to pay for his crimes, right? But if we do this, then people will die unnecessarily, right? If I would have to choose between the planet and the two people around here, then I of course would choose the planet survives and let them die. But you already turned off all the torches, so nothing's gonna happen here. He's gonna walk away, which is of course bad, but it's better to save the people, I feel like. But the other side is, can we trust him? Like, he's saying, okay, he's gonna let them live, but is he really? That's really the question. I'm like, for me, if I could trust him, it's an obvious choice. I go with let him go to save hostages. But how do I know he's not gonna blow them up anyway? Do we trust this crazy guy or not? I think we trust him.
You can go. But this isn't over. I'll find you eventually.
Maybe. But I made sure you won't follow me today. Those charges are still on a timer. Better hurry if you want to save your friends.
Of course.
Area secure.
Wait, what? Wait, where are they even? I have to disarm them, I guess. What? Oh, upper level. Okay. Damn, 3 minutes. Ah, shit. Actually, that was easy. What's this? Ready gel. There's another one on the upper level over there. That's painful. Right, this is... Damn, it's gonna be tough. Alright, now we gotta get down. So low level, alright? It's down here. Damn, all the way down there. Alright, should be doable though, I guess. I hope. I think. Yeah, we're good. Well, I wish I could ever move the mouse the way I wanted to. Alright.
He left. Is that all right?
Letting him go was better than the alternative. I thought you were going to stay someplace safe.
There might have been something I could have done to help. I thought I should be here. I know this asteroid better than anyone. You did it. Another hour and our course would have been irreversible. I ran the numbers, Shepard. X57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Is Katie in here? Is she all right? Is her team?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna meet with the Batarians again later at some point. But it was still the correct
Balak
choice.
was holding them hostage. I let him go to save them.
Let a terrorist go or sacrifice innocent lives. I'm glad that's not a choice I had to make. Is that... Will you get in trouble for that? I mean, he could do the same thing somewhere else.
But if you phrase it like that, I think it's... to me, anyway, that's an easy choice. Save innocent lives always. Over the terrorists. You can still find him later. Now, of course, the idea is that potentially, now that he got away, he could still do some more terrorist acts. And I could have stopped him, but at what cost, right? And I think if you can, you always want to spare lives. Always.
Yeah, he could. Balak seemed like a practical man. Practical but callous. I'm sure if he'd been in my place, Ms. Bowman would be dead now, along with all the terrorists. But I'm not going to sacrifice people who happen to be between me and my target.
Exactly.
So what happens now? The bad guys get away?
Balak gets away today, but we'll still be after him tomorrow. And the day after that. Me, my crew, and every other crew in the Alliance. He'll run and he'll hide, but eventually he'll slip up and we'll get him. Bad guys never get away, Simon. Not unless the good guys give up.
Well, I wouldn't want you after me.
Big drop.
Shepard, thank you for my grandchildren's lives. I don't think I'll stick around, though. Not with the team gone. Too many ghosts. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family. Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
I agree with him, though, what he said there. The bad guys will eventually always lose. It might take hundreds of years, thousands of years, anyway. But the good will always prevail. I truly, wholeheartedly believe that. Even if it might not look like this right now, but... Omni tool. Or Our Lady, maybe. Quarian armor. I don't need any of this, so the Omni tool would be nice.
I know it's a lot to ask, but that Omni tool of yours? I could really use something like that.
Shepard, I think I mentioned that you saved my kids and grandkids. What's an Omnitool compared to that? Take it, with my blessing. I hope you get good use out of it.
Damn, I love the humanity in this game. This is amazing.
One more thing. You asked me to look into your missing
If you
engineers.
play like that. Right?
Have you found them?
Not yet. Can you think of anything that would help me find them?
See if you can tap into our transmission tower out on the surface. Their equipment sheds will show up on your sensors.
Oh, so I should have gone there. Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Fine.
Be well, Shepard. We owe you.
Yeah, yeah. 7th, 8. Damn, that's a crazy one, isn't it? I almost clicked reduce to Omnigel. That would have been a big mistake, wouldn't it have been? Alright, Liara, you get it, I think. Wait. Oh no, this one. Damn, this thing is insane. Yeah. I think you stay with us. Actually, kind of like her. No armor for her though, which kind of sucks, because she does die fast because of it. Naginata! Is this better than mine? Ooh, a lot better. They all look the same though, which is kind of weird. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, that's cool. I like it. Naginata! You can, he's good with assault rifle and sniper, I guess, so you can have both. Do we have a good assault rifle for him? Oh hell yeah. Tsunami 6. Yeah, I'll take it. Get some actual damage out here. Light armor, you kidding me? Wait, which one is equipped? This one. Blue wire tool 1, okay. Stiletto. Well, that's pretty good, isn't it? Firestorm 6. Damn! The gun's crazy. You take this one, I'll take the Firestorm. Sorry, but I always take the best guns for myself. That's just how this works, alright? I'm commander. This Katana 5, that's an insane shotgun. Stiletto. Oh, I still have a Tsunami left? Alright, take it. Take it then. It's polonium, toxic damage. Shield bypass, but less damage. Actually, that's not bad. What did I ever use? The pistols, but whatever. Biotic amp. Anyway, we're good. Alright. Assault training, obviously, right? Fitness, what's that? Oh, health, hell yeah. Immunity, nice. Max is on. Master overkill. A singularity is actually very good. I like it. This makes it a master singularity. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do this. I actually like this team composition a lot. Alright, how do I get out of here? How? Wait. Oh. I almost ran out without bringing them.
I can't believe you let Balak go. To save us. I half expected you to just let us die. Sacrifice the few for the many.
Wait, no. This wasn't really a question because the many don't die here in this scenario.
Then I'd be no better than the Batarian.
Exactly.
Besides, Balak won't get away with this. I know who he is now. He can't run forever.
You sound like my brother. He was always so stubborn, but always willing to do the right thing, no matter what.
Yep, that's me.
Your brother was the one Balak killed?
Yes.
Aaron.
He was the one who convinced me to join the team here. Said it would be an adventure.
I guess it kind of was.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I should see to Aaron.
I understand. You've been through enough today. I'll get out of your way.
Thank you. I don't even know your name.
Shepard. Commander Shepard.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. You're not exactly what I expected, but thank you.
What did you expect? Ah, we leave for B. It's fine.
I'll get out of your way. So long, Kate.
Yeah, you need time to move
I
on.
appreciate
It's fine.
that, Commander. Goodbye.
Tis fine. Right, there's the entrance. Is there stuff here we can still... Oh, that's... oh, damn. Alright. Stuff here we can glean. It's not. Feels bad. We still gotta get to this transmission tower, don't we? Really imagine what this game would look like if it was made this year with new graphics and, I don't know, like illumination, ray tracing, for example, right? From the planet and the star. How this would look like with a little bit more on the surface and just plain textures. I mean, this is an asteroid, it doesn't really have like vegetation, but just imagine what this game would look like. I'll take